So, um, I finished this rod. I finished doing the decorative wrap on it a little while ago. I love it. I was super excited to go fishing on Sunday because it's actually the first time I got to use it since I finished the decorative wrap. Um, and I'll be 100% honest, the decorative wrap makes absolutely no difference in the efficiency of the rod. I'm going to cut off like 3 or 4 pieces so I don't have to go through this again. What are you doing? I was here first. You can't push me off the seat. He just jumps up behind me and then like squishes himself in there and started kicking me. And now he's purring. You're so weird, cat. Okay. Let's try this again. We're going to measure up to 8. It was that one then. Alright. Is it that one? That one, right? Yeah. So like I said, I'm using my dad's threads. I think they might be a little old. They're still usable, but it looks like the elasticity might have gone out of them a bit. So I won't be able to pull them too tight. I might have been going a little bit overboard when I was pulling this one. Alright, I think it goes up right here, so I'm going to try and shove it down a little bit. This is not an exact measurement. So even though it's called a ruler rod, the measurements are not 100% exact. We're not really so much worried about that. It's to get a rough idea. You do need an exact measurement. If you do need an exact measurement, somebody else will probably be the one measuring. So you should be okay with the ruler rod. Okay, so we can see that the thread is jumping up across the threads here. And it gives it a little bit of an uneven appearance. What we want to do is make sure that we can even that out as much as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wind off to here, where the threads split from each other. No, that's where they cross the most. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm just going up about 1/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to start fraying the threads away. What are you doing, kitty? It must be bath time for cats because he's shaking the whole bed. I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's even. I feel like one side is down more, but I've got so much wound on that I can't really make an adjustment to it. I don't know, that's why I'm going up 1/4 of an inch. So we should be pretty good right there. What I don't want is to cause myself too much trouble by going up too far. And what I need to do is just cut this. So we're going up 1 inch, which would probably be up to about here. So what I need to do is just pull this away a little bit and get my razor back out again. So I'm going to take it about another 1/2 inch up from where I'm at. I'm just going to run it very lightly along. You see the threads are snapping right away. That's good. That's what we want. So we do want them to just cut fairly nice and clean, so it's a good idea to have a nice sharp razor. And then what we're going to do is just squish this up the rod. So there's still that one that's still on there. There we go. I think we're completely free. And then we'll get that out of our way. Keeping this tight. So they're kind of even interwoven, but there we go. There we go. Got those off. We'll get the tape off because we don't need that anymore either. And since I had it reverse side out, it is nasty looking. There we go. So these are my 3/4 marks for the crossovers. There's my inches. So that's the 9-inch mark right there that I'm going to. Now, I'm going to take these and go straight up the rod as much as possible. And give them a little bit of a fray, which means I'm basically taking my blade and turning it away from them, and then just like pressing down lightly and dragging up. The reason why I'm doing this is so that there's a wider section. You can see the thread is fraying. The wider the section is, the more even the thread will look underneath of my finish wrap. These ones just don't want to catch on there. Okay. Alright, so we're going to just keep winding now. And I'm going to unwind a little bit because I crossed back over. Okay. So, pinch these down and pull them up. I'll be really mad if it snaps again. Trying not to make it be too tight, just because I want it to have a little bit of that leeway so it doesn't snap. These are my 1/4 inch. This is my 9-inch, I think. Or 3/8, I guess, technically. Sorry, 3/4. 3/4 inch is the offset for the crosses on my decorative wrap. I like to do, I guess technically I really should have, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. I like it if you can use the decorative wrap, like the center of the cross, as like an inch marker, since it's 9 inches. It doesn't make that much of a difference, and I'm not that worried about it with this one. So. I think I probably should have sloughed off the outside layer of thread on the spool. You can see there's a little bit of a color difference. I'm not that worried about the color difference, but because it snapped, I'm now concerned that the outside one might be like a little dry rotted or something. I'm not sure. I think if the whole spool were dry rotted, I'd be having way more issues, so it might be that I just was pulling it too tight. What do you want? You just want to get in on the conversation, huh? So I'm trying to make sure that the threads don't, like, overlap each other where they are, because that'll make it a little more difficult to wind off properly. Kitty kitty? What are you doing? He's doing that thing where he sits on the chair across from me and peeks over the table and just stares at me. And now he's already up behind me. What do you want? You gonna come up on the table and say hi to the camera? You gonna come say hi to the camera? Come here. No, you're gonna take a bath.